when you say that you support the actions of a terrorist organization and you interview them on your stream and then you play their propaganda, you end up getting detained for extra questioning, re-entering the country. And I think that Hasan and everybody else, including myself, let's all sit together and say a collective thank you to the government for keeping us safe.
Shut the up, you cockroach. Oh my God. What a disgusting little creature this is, okay? What a disgusting little creature. Thank you for defending our nation state to the Trump administration for detaining a Twitch streamer. Like, Asmongold is such a liar on this issue, okay? He knows that I am not a dangerous entity. He has to present it as such because he has to, like, consistently up the ante. Okay, he has to consistently up the ante because he is captured by the interests of the broad right-wing movement that is formed in his chat as he consistently farms right-wing dumbasses. Okay, that's it. Would you debate him? Yes, but he runs away from that sort of thing because he knows he would be humiliated because all he can do is just like chirp from his hug box, and that's it. And it is what it is. Okay, so it seems like Israel killed another 50 people today in a residential building. Another 29 died to starvation. Will Ethan Asmongold or any other drama-adjacent content creator talk about it? Of course not. It's not more important than trying to get Hasan or other pro-Palestinian content creators banned. One more, I almost forgot. Do not be a Muslim while living in Gaza. It's hard for Asmongold to feel sympathy for you if you're being genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. They come from an inferior culture. Okay, this is the last one. So obviously, if you are existing as a Palestinian in the Gaza Strip, then yeah, you can't do that either. Why would he debate you? You're sitting in LA talking about wars 100,000 miles away. Shut the fuck up. Great question. He's in proximity to the Gaza Strip. His proximity to the Gaza Strip is like negligible in comparison to mine. I am more knowledgeable than he is, though, especially considering that I do talk to people that are in the Gaza Strip and have interviewed people that have escaped the Gaza Strip and have read plenty of books on the issue that pertains to the Palestinian plight over the course of the past 77 years of occupation. If you are talking about this sort of thing, then, you know, if you have these firmly held convictions about what must be done to the Palestinians, then perhaps, you know, it would be okay to have this back and forth with the person that you are consistently calling a terrorism supporter that needs to be fucking deplatformed and that the government is doing a good job detaining. Don't you think that would be fair? Of course, you don't think about anything, and you certainly don't think about this either. It's not the proximity to what's going on is not the problem for you. The problem for you is what I'm saying. And because you can't actually argue against what I'm saying, you have to find something else to cling on to. I think if we're looking at two individuals who are engaging in political commentary, and one party is just not even knowledgeable at all about it, and the other party is at the very least knowledgeable and making an effort to understand the plight of the Palestinians, the people that are being genocided, you know, I think you're a responsible enough adult to make up your own mind on who has more knowledge on the situation.
If you want to,
who would be more impactful to talk to about this kind of stuff?
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way. They'd be doing the same thing. And how much did they kill? As many as they can. They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and as many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing.
You also can't use terms created by the genocidal state itself. Oh yeah, you can't say Hasbara. You will read people saying I'm doing Hasbara, which means propaganda in Hebrew. What they really mean when they say Hasbara is Jewish propaganda, because they just saying propaganda isn't good enough to describe what the Jews do. That's why they use the Hebrew word for it. Yeah. Which, by the way, ironically, is the word that Israel uses in its attempts to convince others in the Western world. This is why people say Hasbara. Hasbara is not Jewish propaganda. Hasbara is Israeli propaganda. Hasbro is propaganda at the behest of Israel. They have entire departments dedicated to this. They spend a shit ton of money on this, actually, openly. Like the Knesset openly states that there are Hasbro initiatives that they are spending additional funds on. There's a special word for Chinese, Russian, or North Korean propaganda, or is it Jewish propaganda? It's so sneaky and insidious that it must be specifically, specially qualified. This dude was talking about noticing, which is a dog whistle.
I don't.
Anyway, that's that's just him trying to show his chat that he is based, while simultaneously showing his chat that he is still pro-Israel. But he's still based, though. Don't worry, chat. He's still based.
That's it. Just takes enough. That's right. These people.
He's pro-Israel, but in a based way.
People are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple. No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
So yeah, why did we do this? Well, we did this to figure out if there's any correct way to protest against Israel that is currently doing a genocide, that is an apartheid state. And the answer is, if you listen to Asmongold and Ethan Klein, then no, there isn't.